and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Moomin House, Stage 31 from DeAgostini. Let me go ahead and get the book open. This is a continuation of the second floor. We're going to do the floor and a little bit of work on the bed. So let me go ahead and get these parts open. First thing, again, having a plastic envelope is nice until it grabs a hold of your parts. First thing you got is the parts for the bed. Template for bed legs. I'll have to look at that in a little bit. And then we've got the additional parts for the floor. Let me go ahead and throw that away. And what we do after we stain this is we make sure that these two tabs here, or these tabs here and here, match up with these slots. And I'm just test fitting it right now. I'm actually going to have to take it back off to stain it, but it'll look something like that. And there's some pretty good gaps there. I'm beginning to think, because I thought about it before I started working on this video, it may be very interesting to get my wires that are coming up from below to come through here. So I'm thinking what I'll probably have to do is do a few hollow outs inside between the floor itself and the ceiling piece to actually hook up all the wires. But that's something for later on when we start putting the floors together. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this back apart. And reach way across the room all the way to the other table. Someday I'll have to do a pretty good cleanup in here and then do basically a bench review, which I haven't done in a year or so, to just show everybody what the studio overall looks like. Pop this open. And this is the same brush from earlier. It hasn't dried because this is actually only about an hour later than the video for stage 30. Stage 30. This is 31. So just like before, just brush it on. I'll get a pretty decent coating. Set this down and wipe it off. And it's pretty much the same color. This time, instead of taking off the glove, I am going to go ahead and leave it on because I just stained this part. I'm going to try and keep from staining myself. Loud noise here. While I close that, set the brush over here. Actually, it's open right here still. Note to self, don't pound on stuff like that when you're trying to open it. We've had some incidences on the live streams that are very entertaining. So now, I'm going to take this piece. Most important areas are going to be in these tabs here. There will be there will probably be seam gaps when this is done. Not going to matter that much because the walls are going to cover those gaps. I think it's going to hit right here as well. So now, you take this and set it down on here. Of course, I'm wearing the gloves still to keep from staining my hand, but the one that has the fresh stain on it is the one I've got my bare hand on. So I actually went on there a lot easier. There we go. A lot easier before. Let me wipe that excess glue off. And I don't know, yeah, you can see at an angle, and it's mostly, I think it's because of the different directions that the grain is actually running. But you can see when you look at it at an angle that it is a little bit different colored. Not going to matter that much, if at all. They say to tape it. I prefer to put a couple of clamps on it. And now I'm going to set this aside and let it dry. Matter of fact, the perfect place to set it is on top of the first floor, which is off screen. So now, go ahead and turn the page, and I apologize for my squeaky chair. Maybe move a little bit, maybe that'll help some. It's an older chair, but it checks out. Anybody from HTM Streams will get the joke there. Okay, so interested in what says this is a template. Let me see. Looking, and it does have a slight color to it, not a deep color to it. Okay, this is gonna go actually underneath here. We'll look at it when we get there. So we've got the legs and the sides. Just be small gaps, line with the corner of the base, line with the corner of the base. I see what it's saying. Because when you put these on, there will be a gap there. Go ahead and glue them on. Might have been a better idea to use the bigger nozzle on the glue, but I'm already using this one. So slide this on here. It says to align it with the corner of the base. There's a slight corner where the edge is cut off on the mat on the bottom of the bed. And do the same thing over here. The problem right now I'm having is there's a dried area of glue inside the tip here, so it's making it a little bit hard to get push glue out. So line that with the corner there as well. And actually, more than aligning it with the corner, what I am doing is making each end basically match up. Okay, and so the next page use the template to fit the bed legs. Convex surface upward, so it should be like this. Okay, I see what it's not to actually position the legs straight up and down. It's to position the legs how far up and down they go. So we've got 4 legs, 2 short, 2 long. The longer ones are going to go up towards the top. This round knob here will be on the top, towards the top. Let's see, fix it to the says to affix it to the corners. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue here. And then on this side, do the same thing over here. I'm going to put glue on all the places where these legs are going to attach. And then I'm going to attach the legs to them. Set it back on my template, which is for the height of the legs, not for squaring them up. And then just set the legs in place against the corners of the bed after you throw one on the floor. Unfortunately, it didn't go somewhere I couldn't find it. Rounded ends up. Pretty much just like that, except for I got glue on my finger, so that one kind of pulled off. And it's actually kind of nice because the front and the head and the foot of the bed. Let's see if I can show that on the other camera. So the head and the foot of the bed are curved just a little bit. Straighten that one. They're curved just a little bit so that the legs actually attach really nicely to the headboard and the footboard. I'm just looking to make sure that these are straight. I'm going to switch back to the other camera. Okay, and that is all there is to do except, see, paint the bed, take paints, and it says to use white, brown, and water. Just basically doing an off-white. Take a brush and paint the bed completely. Try not to let any accumulate in the patterns in the headboard and the footboard. Fill the gaps. The whole reason for painting it is to hide the join marks here on the head and the headboard and the footboard so that they kind of blend in. Can't do that right now. Oh, let me see. What's it say? So, you know, I want to let that dry first and then we'll take care of it. But it says after you do the painting, take a well-sharpened pencil or an automatic pencil with hard lead, trace patterns on the headboard and footboard. So if you do paint into the lines on the headboard and footboard, you'll be putting those lines back in. That is actually all there is to do in this stage. Hope you're enjoying this. If you are, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of whenever I post a new video. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. See what we're doing. Links will be in the description. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you on the next video.